Hello everyone, welcome you all to the SAP Beginner to Career video series, English series. So today we are going to talk about introduction to SAP, covering its history, why companies use SAP and its architecture. This is our number 2 session and quickly we'll go to the introduction to SAP. What mean by SAP? SAP means systems, applications and product in data processing. Systems, applications and products in data processing. We can introduce SAP as the world number 1 ERP system. It accounts more than 80% of share in ERP software industry. So SAP basically helps companies to manage its all business processes. So basic functionality of this SAP ERP system is it manages all the modules in all the functionalities in company using one integrated system. As an example, let's say your company manufacturing beverage. So in your beverage manufacturing company, you procure materials, you procure raw materials. It can be water, flavors, or maybe sugar. There are multiple raw materials required to manufacture your beverage, as well as packaging materials, glass bottles, lids, corrugated cartons, etc. There can be so many raw and packing materials. So to cover those procurement cycle, there is a separate functions within your organization. We called it procurement department. Having ERP system in your company, you can manage this procurement process using system. And when you have ordered those raw materials, packing materials, you need to store those. And based on the demand forecast, you need to issue those materials to your production process. So at that point, production planning modules comes into play. During the production planning process, there can be multiple quality checks. So it's again covered in ERP system. Then you will be issuing finished good. So it will be again stored in separate warehouses. So in that case, warehouse management, extended warehouse management in SAP comes into play. Then based on the demand, based on the sales forecast, it will be issued to your market. There can be multiple modules based on your company operating procedure. Maybe you are issuing it to your end customer, or maybe you are issuing it to a distributor and then they will do the secondary distribution. Likewise, there can be different distribution strategies. So it covered in sales and distribution module along with logistic functionalities. Then you will be issuing those goods to your customer based on your defined credit terms, or maybe as a cash sale. So these kind of different payment method can be configured within the system. So again, it will be covered using this ERP system. And cash collection part, you will be receiving your cash. Then finance module comes into play, account receivable, and your purchased for your purchased raw materials, you need to do the payment to your vendors. So again, it will be covered using finance and controlling module. And your organization having multiple assets, we call it machineries, your land, your building and everything. So those assets also manage using this ERP software. Likewise, this SAP ERP system can cover every functionalities, every function, every transaction in your organization. So ultimately, all the transactions, all the information stored in central database. That's the main functionality of having a ERP system. So SAP, we can introduce you as SAP as the number 1 ERP software solution in world. Okay. Then SAP makes sure information flows smoothly across departments, so everyone works with the same real-time data. As I mentioned you, it covered every module in your organization. So when procurement department what we call record those good receipt, it will be recorded in system. So the person in logistic team can see how many raw materials have been into your system. Even sales department can see, finance department can see how many raw materials procurement department has onboarded right now. According to that, finance department can ready their cash flows. Likewise, because of this integrated system, information flows smoothly across all department and everyone can have a up-to-date information using those system inputs. Okay, today we will explore SAP journey, why it's trusted worldwide and how it works. So let's move to the presentation. We will during today's session we will be explore why SAP has become number one software solution and how it works, the functionality of SAP solution. I'll briefly walk you through the history of SAP. It has invented in 1972. It has been founded by 5 IBM engineers who was in Germany. So they are the one who invented SAP solution. They called it as R1. So it's 1972 first real-time system. This is a single tier system. So I will be explaining those tiers in detail in upcoming slides. In 1979 they invented R2, tier 2 mainframe based 2-tier architecture solution they have invented. Like they have improved their SAP solution into R2 in 1979. In 1992 they invented 3-tier architecture solution. We called it client server 3-tier architecture and this has become the global success. So in 1992 we can introduce as a milestone, a huge milestone of the SAP history. After 2000, SAP NetWeaver and ECC, they invented ECC system. We call it ERP Central Component. So after 2015, the game changer, they have invented SAP S4HANA in memory database. So we have a separate session, upcoming session on this S4HANA database as well. So the main functionalities, main benefits provided by SAP got changed after 2015. They onboarded massive changes to the system and it was really helpful to organizations to have their real-time data because it's a in-memory database and it came up with a modern UX, modern user experience. They have provided modern user experience with this HANA invention. So when it comes to the today landscape, SAP serves more than 400,000 customers in 118 plus countries. So the people, more than 400,000 customers, clients using SAP system for their companies, and it has been spam across more than 180 plus countries. Let's have a look at why companies use SAP. There are multiple ERP software solutions. I explained this in my session 1. So there are multiple ERP solution providers. Among those, why more than 80% companies who are using ERP system choose SAP as their system? There are a few points. First one is integration. SAP provide better integration among each departments across finance, procurement, sales, production, all in one system. Let me explain this to you. As I mentioned, there are multiple functions within an organization. There is a finance department, procurement department, sales, production. Likewise, there are multiple departments within an organization. And each department has their own set of tasks to do. They are doing specific job. So those work stand alone. Sometimes they have to deal with other departments as well. When it comes to SAP ERP solution, it smoothly integrate those functionalities, those individual functionalities, SAP system has better integration process to link each department. As an example, I will get the same example which I used previously. You have a beverage manufacturing company, and based on forecasting numbers, let's say next month forecast is to manufacture 10,000 orange juice. So based on that forecast, procurement department order raw material which required to produce those 10,000 orange juice bottles. It can be 100,000 liters of orange juice extract, 10,000 glass bottles, 1,000 corrugated boxes. Likewise, all the required raw materials to manufacture these 10,000 finished good. Then once procurement department has done the ordering, there is no visibility to other departments on this ordering process. But having ERP systems, once procurement department has done the ordering process, there is visibility to other department as well. There is visibility to production team. Okay, now 10,000 raw material and packing material has what we call ordered, and now it's in warehouse, so I can get those for my production process. Using that system information, production department start their production process. They will combine all what we call the raw materials, and they start their process. At the latter part of the production, it will be tested by quality department. Multiple testing can be there. Once production is completed, it will be triggered to packaging department for packaging activities. At that point, packaging department already know, okay, now I need to fill 10,000 orange juice bottles. For that, maybe 100 hectoliters, I don't know. Liquid is now preparing by the production team, and he is checking, like packaging department checking whether I have 10,000 glass bottles. Yes, 10,000 glass bottles has been what we call ordered by procurement department, so I have 10,000 glass bottles. Now the liquid is preparing by production team, so by this date I will receive those liquid and bottles, so I can start my packaging process. Once packaging department done their packaging activities, they will store it in another warehouse, another location. So that information flows to logistic. That information visible for logistic department. Then they will refer to the sales forecast numbers, sales demand numbers, and then based on their requirement, logistic department can distribute those 10,000 bottles, maybe to end customer or maybe to distribution agencies. Then when they are doing their distribution part, those bottle carries price, and based on that, once they are issued those bottles to end customer or maybe distributor, based on the given pricing procedures and given pricing parameters, if it's a credit term, after 7, 14, 21, or maybe based on credit term, payment will be received. System will create receivable in the system, and it will trigger to finance department. So finance department have a visibility, okay, in another 21 days I have a payment, in another 7 days I'll get a payment. Or if it's a cash sale, then and there finance department get their payments via bank transactions, or maybe there can be multiple ways. So likewise, this ERP system can integrate all the process, so everyone has visibility on what's going on at this particular stage. That's the beauty of having a ERP system within an organization. So SAP specially provide this integration between each functionalities, each department. SAP connects all individual department activities. So this is one reason companies to use SAP system as their ERP system. And the second point is standardization. ERP, when it comes to the ERP solution, it should be standardized among all other companies. So, same processes across multiple countries and locations. SAP provides standardized solution. As an example, the way of raising sales order is not gonna change when you are raising sales order sitting in Sri Lanka and when you are gonna raise sales order sitting in India, or maybe when you are raising sales order sitting in your head office and when you are raising sales order sitting at your plant, the process won't change. So it will provide standardized solution all across location, all across countries. So that's the beauty of having SAP system within your organization. So when you learn SAP sitting in Sri Lanka, you can work with any other company if that company use SAP solution. And efficiency. Automation reduce manual tasks and errors. SAP provides a lot of automation activities, so it will reduce redundant activities, non-value adding activities. It has automation feasibility, so it will reduce those non-value added actions and it will be replaced by automative actions. Decision making. Having all the information within a same database, management can access to given database and informations are real time, so anyone can get information, anyone can pull information from the system and use it for their data analytics activities. Compliance. SAP having really strong reporting and compliance capabilities. Every transaction has its change log, change history, so system itself provide strong reporting and audit trails which can use organization to support as their legal requirement. So example, a company like Nestle uses SAP to manage supply chain, sales and financials in nearly 190 countries. Multinational company like Nestle has onboarded SAP as their ERP system. So if you are a person who is working with Nestle Sri Lanka SAP system, you can work with Nestle in their SAP system as well. There is no differentiation because I mentioned all the SAP systems are providing standardized solution. This is the SAP architecture overview. So now SAP is 3-tier architecture. So there are 3 layers as you can see in the screen. First one is presentation layer. We call this user interface. User interface, when it comes to interface, there are 2 types of interfaces, SAP GUI and SAP Fiori. Interface means what you can see when you are logged into your SAP system. The interface. There are 2 types of interfaces you can see. First one is SAP graphical user interface. Number 2, SAP Fiori. SAP Fiori invented with SAP S/4HANA database improvements. So previously it was purely GUI. Now in HANA we can use GUI as well as Fiori. Both interfaces are there. So this is the presentation layer. As an end user, as a super user, or maybe as a consultant, when you log into your SAP system, the screen you are seeing we call user interface. There are 2 types of interfaces. You can see GUI or you can see Fiori interface. That's the presentation layer. When it comes to the application layer, where all the logics are getting developed. This is the place where your business logic processing. When you are entering transaction in your interface layer, as an example, let's say you are entering a sales order. In your presentation layer, you will go to the screen and enter VA01 transaction code. Then screen is loading. And you will enter customer and material. When you enter customer and material, if there are logic built in the system, that logic will be processed in this application layer. For this particular customer, for this particular material, we will be giving with 10 rupee price. If you are changing customer, then price will be changed to 12. Likewise there are logic has been built within the system, so all those logic building happen in this application layer. Normally application layer changes are doing like the language we are using for is ABAP, so ABAPers are doing those logic changes, and for SAP consultant they can do configuration and build logic in this application layer. Okay, then the third layer is database layer. This is the place where you store and retrieve business data, or the master data processing. All the informations are stored in this database. So this database having information. Using those database information, logics will be developed. Once transaction is entered, if that transaction carried out any logic, it will read application layer, and when we are reading application layer gets information from this database. So that's how SAP architecture works. So this ensures scalability, security and performances. Within the system having a database, it will be very speedily provide information to this application layer, and then application layer get information push information to this presentation layer, how it's happened. So when it comes to the SAP architecture, there are modules within SAP systems. Modules, again, we are dividing it to two areas: functional modules and technical modules. Functional modules mainly cover your business functionalities. As an example, your organization having finance department. All finance department related activities managed by FICO, Finance and Controlling module. All financial accounting related transactions are handled by financial accounting module. All controlling, profitability analysis, those asset tracking, all controlling related informations in your organization managed by controlling module in SAP system. When it comes to the material management module, all material related transactions in your organization managed by material management module. What are the material related transactions? When you are ordering material, it's material related. So basically material ordering part done by procurement department. So procurement department related all activities: ordering, purchase order creation, purchase requisition creation, and good received. All those material related transactions. Then material valuation, what we call the stock counting, inventory, all these material related transactions in your organization managed by material management module. And also vendor payments also comes under material management module. SD, sales and distributions. All the sales and distribution related activities in your organization managed by sales and distribution module in SAP. What are the sales and distribution related activities? You are selling to your customers using sales order. You create in sales order in your system, and you do the delivery part. You issue goods from your warehouses to your customer, and finally you will be issuing billing document or maybe commercial invoice to your customer to get payment. So all those sales related activities managed using sales and distribution module in SAP system. Pricing, setting up, customer creation, all this shipping point determination, plant shipping point determination, all related sales and distribution activities. Then PP, production planning. All the production planning activities before we are starting the production process, we do in production planning. So all these production planning activities, checking raw material availability, MRP run, then we are providing those raw material packing materials to a production floor, then production activities. All these related activities are managing by production planning module in SAP system. Then HCM HR, now this has been upgraded to success factor module after S4HANA invention. So all the human resources related activities, employee onboarding, employee offboarding, new recruitment, CV screening, employee payroll management, all these HR related, human resources related activities are managed by success factors HCM module in SAP system. So those are the functional modules. So you can I think now you can have a clear understanding about this. All the functions within organization managed by SAP modules. There are specific SAP functional modules to manage business functionalities. All the business functionalities managed by SAP functional modules. Then what are those technical modules? Technical modules not directly connect with business functionalities. Those are the technical modules which are designed to manage SAP technical aspects. First one is ABAP. We use ABAP module for programming. Now, as I mentioned, SAP is a ERP software solution. It has developed framework. It has developed set of transaction codes within the system. And if our company wants something more than given solution, we need to go for customization. We tell it as customization, further changes to already provided solutions. So at that point we use ABAP, Advanced Business Application Programming, to do modifications within SAP system. So it's involving with coding. So this coding directly do not involve with business functions. Let's say you're a finance user. There are a set of SAP standards reports have been provided you to review your, let's say, quarter performances, maybe your product profitability. And those given solution is not enough. You need to have further analysis. You need to add further columns to your report. Already SAP given report, it's not enough. So you need to add further columns to your report. So that is not provided by SAP, but using information within SAP system, you know that you can you can pull this information. So at that point you can tell it to your finance and controlling consultant. Then finance and controlling consultant prepare a functional specification document using SAP table information. Then he or she provide that functional specifications to ABAP consultant. Then ABAP consultant, using those database information, database table, he will develop a new report to satisfy that user requirement. So that kind of situation we need to use coding, which means SAP coding, we call it ABAP. So we need to use this Advanced Business Application Programming at that kind of situation. So it's a technical module. End user directly not connect with this technical consultants. Basis and security. Basis and security is like the SAP system administration. It again not directly serve to a specific functionalities in your organization. It's the administrator of SAP system. Basis and security team responsible to create SAP user IDs, SAP logins, reactivate SAP logins, deactivate, and to check performances, system performances, patch upgrade. Likewise, all those administration relevant activities. So those are not specific to any module. So overall, SAP system administration activities. Then Fiori UI5. Fiori is, as I mentioned, Fiori is a user interface. So it's again not relevant to a particular module. It's interface related development, activating those catalogs kind of a thing will be done by Fiori UI5 consultant. So again, it's not directly connected to any of above mentioned functionalities. It's overall facilitating to SAP system. And UX, user experience enhancement, interface development, those kind of a technical things are there. So what I wanted to mention here, each module covers a different part of business operation. Functional module directly connect with business functional activities, and technical module overall supporting to those functional modules and overall SAP performance. Let's have a quick look at what are the new things with S4HANA. So in-memory database, as I mentioned, after 2015, SAP invented S4HANA database. With that database improvements, there are significant what we call the advantages to business. So it carries the in-memory database. With that lightning fast processing, it provides really fast data processing capabilities. So don't worry, we will have a separate session for this S4HANA database. And Fiori UX, as I mentioned before, 2015 it was GUI interface, but after S4HANA they have invented Fiori UX as well. So it's modern mobile friendly apps. If you have seen the SAP GUI, it's kind of a technical interface, but when it comes to Fiori, it's like we are operating a mobile application. It's really mobile friendly interface there, and the navigation is also very easy. And after S4HANA, it has provided the capabilities to host in cloud and hybrid options. So deployment is flexible. You can run S4HANA on premise, cloud, as well as a hybrid. So those are the deployment options. And embedded analytics dashboards inside SAP. So you don't need to extract data from SAP database and upload those into Excel or any other third-party application for analytics. You can have all these analysis using S4HANA information and using its own transaction codes dashboards. So in a nutshell, S4HANA, it's very simpler, faster and smarter ERP solution. So let's have a look at how this has a career connection. Why you need to learn SAP, particularly why you need to learn SAP when there are multiple ERP solutions in the world. SAP skills are in high demand worldwide. As I mentioned, they are providing standardized solution. If you learn SAP sitting in Sri Lanka, you can operate, disregard your location, your country. It has standardized mechanism. And SAP skills are in high demand because everyone cannot learn SAP. Everyone cannot understand its concept. Everyone cannot understand business processes. So there are very limited consultants in the world. So SAP skills are in high demand. When it comes to the SAP career journey, there are multiple roles available within the industry. You can be a functional consultant who master in those specific functional area. If you are good at finance and accounting, you can be a finance and controlling consultant. And if you are really good at coding, you can be a ABAPer. If you are good at infrastructure and all those basic administration activities, you can be a basic and security consultant. And overall, if you are good at people, you are good at managing projects, so you can be a SAP project manager. There are multiple roles are available. And SAP professionals enjoy attractive salaries and global opportunities. Compared to other software engineers and or maybe people who are in software industry, SAP professionals can get a really good salary and they have global opportunity. As I mentioned, if you learn SAP system, you can work in everywhere in the world. It's just matter of changing your language. That's it. You can work in anywhere in the globe. So globe opportunities are there. You can earn attractive salaries. So with all those things, you can have a really demanding career. So as a summary, today we talked about SAP history and evolution, why companies use SAP and SAP's architecture and modules. In next session, we will in detail talk about SAP GUI versus SAP Fiori, old versus modern experience. Those are user interfaces. So we'll discuss in next session in detail about these interfaces. So until next time, have a good day.